Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 Online video. And in this video, I want to discuss what is going to be coming very soon to Red Dead Online. Now, we are all very excited for what is going to be changing here in Red Dead Online, especially a lot of the players that have been around since the very beginning. I be included in on that. I have been around since day one, before a lot of the general public even came to Red Dead Online. I have virtually played almost every single day, at least at some capacity. I did take only 1 week off, maybe it was 2 full weeks off in total to play a few other games, but I have always kind of popped in and out of Red Dead Online. Now, I am excited for a lot of the updates that are coming later this spring. Now, I did talk about this a little bit in my last video, and some of this stuff is going to be new, but some of this is going to be more of a standalone type things. I am going to discuss what some of the changes are going to be yet again, and I want to get my feelings and opinions out there a little bit more. Now, obviously later this spring, with spring just starting and March 20th just a little past now, we have honestly up to 3 months before this update could take effect, making it virtually summer. Now, we don't know exactly when this is going to be coming out, but we do know that Rockstar plans on drip feeding us new content every single week, as they have promised to have a few new items in our catalog every single Tuesday. Now, whether this will be fed completely on a Tuesday or not, or if it will be completely standalone, that will soon kind of become known, I'm guessing, by Rockstar, but they won't really do it until a moment's notice. Now, just like Rockstar likes to do, they probably won't really let us know that the update's coming until a day or two prior, and that's just kind of my honest opinion. But I would like to talk about the two main things that they are going to be changing, and then a couple of the side things that they're going to be changing. And obviously, the hostility system is one that I am the most excited about. Now, the reason that I'm very excited about this is because of the change to the current bounty system. Now, they are keeping the bounty system intact, but they're improving it, which I think is absolutely perfect and what is much needed to Red Dead Online. Now, if we kind of just briefly go over it without actually reading what is on the Rockstar's newswire, we can actually easily see that a lot of the things that are going to be implemented in the new update are going to be perfect for people like me. Now, there are a lot of people that obviously don't like Reapers and they want to be able to defend themselves, and the next update with the hostility system will allow the attacked person to defend themselves without being punished. Now, what's also nice about that is you're not going to show up as other players as being marked red. You're only going to be marked as an enemy to the person that actually killed you. So therefore, and I'm not sure how the posse system is going to work. I had to test that out just a little bit earlier today to find out how it actually looks. And I'm kind of wondering if it's only going to be an individual basis or if an entire posse will see where the attacked player is currently at. I guess that will be something that we'll have to see, because it's not really mentioned ever in their article. But, you know, updates could happen after the next big update later this spring. And who knows, it's obviously going to be continuously improved over time. But I really like the fact that the PvP action is going to be a little bit more enforced, and it's going to allow people to really defend themselves, and it's going to be much needed change to Red Dead Online. I know that with the current bounty system, a lot of people feel that they can't defend themselves, and they don't really want the bounty that comes along with killing the other player. But with this new system, as long as you're targeted first, then you never have to actually worry about it. So that's kind of that. Now, the additional add-on, which is actually a separate system, is the offensive and defensive playing styles, where basically defensive players are going to be given the option to play defensively, and they're almost going to be given like a slippery bastard card. But as soon as they kill an offensive player or another defensive player, the way that I understand it is that they will be thrown from defensive into offensive and then be able to be locked on unless they have the ability card Slippery Bastard still in their ability selection. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how that actually all plays out, because I really don't like the fact that offensive players can still kill defensive players, because that's going to give it a little bit more up and close and personal feeling. And I feel that if with griefers and just people that are not very nice with Red Dead Online or other online games, I feel like now the face-to-face interaction is going to be more of a bully system than anything else. I think what Red Dead Online honestly needs is a true passive mode where no offensive player can disrupt a defensive player in any capacity. So basically having like stages. So if somebody wants to have the opportunity of defending themselves, they're going to be able to be given that opportunity. And then if they, you know, be like, say like level 1, and then like level 2 is just, you can see the offensive player, but they can never interact with you. I mean, they could shoot at you for days and nothing is going to happen because you are in complete passive mode. The only thing is that offensive player will be able to see the defensive player and vice versa, but they'll never be able to interrupt what they're actually doing. I think that is a little bit more needed than what is being addressed, but this is a step at least in the right direction, and at least now people will be able to defend themselves and also put themselves into a defensive playing style that is going to be more evolved concept of a passive mode. Obviously, none of us have the opportunity of really seeing how this thing is going to play out, but in my mind, I don't see this portion actually working like the hostility system will. I see that this one is going to be kind of set up, honestly, with bullying and other factors. Now, I am very curious to see how many players play offensively, and I'm honestly very curious to see how many people play defensively. I think for the most part, I will play very defensively until I am interacted with in a very negative way. And then obviously when they kill me, then I will be able to attack them as much as I want without having any type of negative consequence due to the new hostility system. But I'm a defensive player. I just want to do my own thing, but as soon as I get targeted, then that I don't really care if I die 100 million times. I will attack you as many times as it takes just to prove a point that I am not really going to be giving up too much. Now, some of the additional changes that they are going to be releasing, and I feel like they haven't really told us everything either, given that that's how Rockstar typically operates anyway, is we have a Land of Opportunity missions, which obviously will continue Jessica Leclerc's search for revenge as we explore the more of the gunslinger or outlaw path. Now, obviously, we do know that at the end of the main story missions on the light side, so to speak, on the non-evil side, I guess I don't know which way you really want to say it, but at the end of that one, we do kill the guy in armor, and I can't remember his name. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. But it's going to be able, I'm kind of wondering if the whole story mission portion of it is going to be as long as the other one that we currently have. And then it will be, you can kind of go one way or another. And then once you finish one direction, if you decide that your player is going to be more honorable or dishonorable, depending on which play style you are, then you could, in essence, finish the other side. So I'm kind of curious to see what they decide to do to that, or if they're only going to be adding a couple missions. I would love to see as many missions added that are currently in the game as part of the new update to give players a lot more options to continue on with these story missions. Now, personally, I haven't finished the dark side of the path yet, or the dishonorable side, and I definitely need to do that. And with how many gang hideouts I've personally been raiding lately, I'm not really worried about getting my honor back up there after we've lost carcass fishing, because that was one of my main ways that I actually increased my honor, was by picking up a ton of fish that were caught using the carcass fishing method. Now, the other things that are going to be coming into play is new free roam missions, and they're going to be giver and mission types. So we're just going to have to see kind of what all those are. But they are trying to put the emphasis on encountering a new range and familiar faces as we traverse the frontier. And this is going to be a great addition in my opinion, because we're going to be able to explore the frontier and the world itself, and just what Rockstar intended and made this beautiful looking world for us players. And now we're actually going to be able to traverse in it a little bit more with the new story missions and some of the new free roam missions. And then not only that, but since it is in the years prior to the events in Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, we're going to be able to meet possibly Dutch, Arthur, John, and a few other characters that we have known to grow and love in the story mode portion of the game and not the online version. Now, there is going to be more introduction of dynamic events. We're going to be able to obviously fight off ambushes, which we already do, but I feel like there's going to be more of them. We're going to be able to initiate rescues, defend folks in need. Like I kind of envisioned that not necessarily as a like a zombie apocalypse or things like that possibly have been hinted to have, like the Red Dead nightmare coming back. It could, but I really don't see that being the fact. I feel like it's going to be more of the gang hideouts or gang members are going to attack like the cities or smaller civilizations or camps that we have to defend the citizens from. And that could be a huge dynamic change in the game that we know, because I love doing the ambushes and the gang hideouts, and having more opportunities to maybe get treasure maps or treasure in general is going to be awesome, and getting paid to basically save and defend the citizens of whatever settlement that we're possibly working on is going to be really, really good. Not only that, but having more free roams, and they're going to be streaks for bigger rewards. The daily challenges are going to be improved, and they're going to be eliminating some of the hostile gameplay aspects of it. So it's going to be interesting to see what they add in its place. But and also in the meantime, having, like, if you maybe complete a week worth of activities, getting additional bonuses and things like that are a good possibility that could be added to this update. Now, the one thing that I would love to see added to Red Dead Online that's never talked about is heists and properties. And heists, I mean, I'm not talking like Grand Theft Auto heists. I'm talking just I want to rob this bank, or I want to rob this coach, or this wagon, or this house. Giving us the opportunities to really, it could make us more money, but having like some big heists, like the banks, where we do for sure make more money, but having some of the smaller scale, so that it actually allows us and forces us as players to explore the world, like culture, like going there and having a raid and actually having NPCs up in that area, because there's really none up there. It's kind of like an abandoned snow village, so to speak. But anyway, that is all the time that I have for in today's video. I've gone a little bit longer than I anticipated, but if you guys did enjoy kind of my thoughts and feelings and kind of discussing the upcoming spring update, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.